everyone. Just in case I don't make it to the part to share what I got from the word today, I'm just going to go ahead and make that video. So, today at Redeeming Light, Pastor Jermaine, he was, I guess, continuing a discussion, not a discussion, a message about the Holy Spirit and the purpose of the Holy Spirit and just the acknowledgement of the Holy Spirit, because oftentimes we do just speak about God and Jesus, and you rarely hear people talk about the Holy Spirit. And it is because of the Holy Spirit that we're able to live for Christ. It is because of the Holy Spirit where we're able to learn about Christ, to be reminded of His Word. By the way, I'm not going to go all into that, but that was the main focus. So what I got from the overall message was three things. One, that if you are a child of God and you have the Holy Spirit dwelling inside of you, then for one, you should be a witness. That goes without saying, because that's something that God has called us to do, be a witness, to share, the testimony of Jesus Christ, what He's done for us with others. And two, you will operate in the gifts that comes with the Holy Spirit. You will operate in whatever gift God has placed within you. That also goes without saying. And then, I think I'm lost, but I'm going to keep driving. So one, operating in your gift. Two, witnessing about what Jesus has done for us. And three, this one is really one that stood out to me more than anything, because the other things I knew, it's just good to have that reminder, but this one most definitely stood out to me. He was sharing a story about something that really happened, about a plant that he had that wouldn't grow. He had two. One was upstairs, one was downstairs. The one upstairs, it grew, but then it just stopped, while the one downstairs, it continued to grow. And then he had someone come in and happened to notice the plant, and the man said to him that the plant is not going to grow anymore. Then, first he asked him, why is it there? And then he's like, well, your plant is not going to grow anymore because it needs to be in the right environment. So without going into all the details, which I do love to share details, the point was that plant growth was stunted, meaning it wasn't going to grow anymore because it wasn't in the right environment. So you can compare that to your lives. But this is the part that really stuck out to me. The pastor thought that the plant was growing before this time, and when the man pointed out to him that if you look closer, it's fungus that's growing. It's not actually the plant that's growing. So he's like, yes, the plant did grow some, but along with the plant growing or growth, there was fungus growing. So what you're looking at as growth is really fungus. And that really stood out to me, because sometimes we think we're growing and we think we're maturing and we think we're at a place, we think we are at a good place, but when someone else comes in and sees it, someone that has eyes to see, and they call it out like, no, this is really what it is, it causes us to realize that what we thought was incorrect. And I do believe that God allows people to come into our lives just for that purpose, to allow us to see where we're in error. But a lot of times we look at the person and we don't want to listen to them. We don't want to hear what they're saying, but it really is God speaking through them. So that left something for me to think about, because I know that sometimes I'll say, hey, I'm growing, or, I believe that I'm growing, but along with my growth, I believe that there's some fungus that has grown at the same time, and that's not a good thing, and not just that. Sometimes you may think you're growing in an environment, but this is from me. This is something I just, got from it personally, not something he said, but just to add on to that, your growth can be natural, physical, or spiritual. And I believe that sometimes we may grow, like let's say in our expertise in our job, our experience, but are you growing spiritually? And is that environment beneficial to you spiritually? So yeah, you can be growing in one area, but it can also be killing you in So it's for you to prioritize which area of growth you want to focus on, or sacrifice. Anyway, guys, I'm going to share that. I'm going to post this. I am eventually going to have a well-established channel, but until then, enjoy. I just wanted to share. That's all. Have an awesome day.